Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a discussion on movable open chords for guitar. Today I'm going to assume that you are familiar with the basic D major shape on the guitar, the D major chord shape. So based on the second string, the third fret on the second string with our third finger is the note D, an F sharp and an A. When we put those three notes together, we have a perfect D major chord. Now, if we add in our fourth string on the guitar, which is a D, we obviously just add to those existing three notes. And again, if we add in our fifth string on the guitar, which is an A, that's also one of the standard default notes in a D major chord. So we can strum 5 strings on the guitar, strings 5 through 1, are all appropriate for a D major chord. The low string, the 6th string, isn't. It's the note E, and if we add the low E and the bass on the D major chord, we'll just get a rumble. Sort of get an ugly rumble down there. So don't add in the 6th string. If you do want to play a 6-string D major chord, just put your thumb over the top of the neck of the guitar and use your thumb to fret the 2nd fret of the E string, which will turn that note into F sharp. F sharp is one of the notes in a D major chord, and we get a beautiful big lush fat D major chord. So if you want to play a 6-string D major chord, that's a very easy way to do it. Get a very big full beautiful D chord. However, for today's tutorial we're only going to need the 5 strings on the guitar. We're going to just dead out the 6th string and try not to hit it when we strum, and we'll just put our thumb up there to stop it from vibrating. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to take the D major shape and slide it up to where your third finger is no longer a D, so we're taking it up 3 frets until our third finger is now on the 6th fret. Form the D chord shape and just strum the 3 bottom strings, strings 3, 2 and 1. And here we'll have the notes F, A and C, which are the 3 notes of an F major chord. Okay, I want you to introduce in our drone notes. So when we add a D in, we're actually playing a D. The D is the 6th note in an F major scale. We're putting it in the bass here, but we can think of it today as just being an F6th chord. The A drone note is one of the notes in an F chord. So we get that interesting sounding chord. We've got an F chord, we've got an A in the bass, but we've also got a D in the bass. So we're just going to call that an F6th chord for the sake of giving it a name. Okay, so now if we can go back and go 4 strums on our D major chord, 4 strums on our F6th chord. If we take that same shape up 2 more frets, so now our leading note, our third finger on our hand, but on the 2nd string of the guitar, is now on the 8th fret of the guitar, and that's the note G. So we've got a G, a B and a D. G, B and D are the 3 notes that make up a G major chord. If we add in our drone notes, D is already one of those notes in a G chord, so no issues there. A is the 9th note in a G chord, but again here we're playing it in the bass. But if we think of that chord as just a G 9th chord, it's a G with an added A. In this scenario, the A is in the bass. We get that sound. So we go back and try and strum 4 strums. Take it up to the F position. Take it up to the G position. And for today's exercise, we just want to take that shape up 2 more frets. So we take it up G, G sharp, A. We've now got our third finger on the 10th fret of the guitar on the 2nd string. And we've got the notes A, C sharp and E. Now they are the 3 standard notes in an A major chord. That's an A major chord. Our drone note D is the 4th note in an A scale. So that's a sustained 4th chord. Again, we've got it in the bass, but let's just call it an A sustained 4th chord. And the other drone note A is obviously the root note out of an A chord, so it's well and truly at home there. So we've got a very beautiful, big, expansive sounding chord there, an A sustained 4th. So if we go back to the start and think of it as a D, F6th, G 9th, A sustained 4th. Now they're, you know, really interesting sounding chords on the guitar. They're very easy to play. It is the one chord shape being shifted from the 3rd fret to the 6th fret to the 8th fret to the 10th fret. Now if I strum that with a more interesting rhythm, just have a listen to the sort of sounds that we can get with very little effort on the guitar. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm playing my right hand as if I was a drummer. So I've got that sort of drum beat happening. And I'm thinking in my mind as if I was playing in the horn section, you know, trumpet, trombone and saxophone, and going ba 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 da ba 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 da. You can imagine that if you think of the old Phil Collins era when he had the brass with his music, Susu Studio and all that sort of stuff. I'm just thinking in my head, I'm thinking that I'm a drummer. I'm playing the rhythm guitar part. I'm moving the chords like a normal guitarist would. But in my mind, I'm actually thinking I'm also a brass section. Ba, 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 da. So let's listen to that again. The concept, the combination of a drummer in the right hand, a standard rhythm guitarist moving chord shapes in the left hand, but the accents to those chords coming as if it was a brass section, trumpet, trombone and saxophone. And I'm getting those accents by just lifting a little bit of pressure off of my fingers on the fretboard. Not enough that it becomes an open chord. I'm not letting the open strings ring. I'm just getting this sound, like a ch, ch, ch. Okay, let me do it again and just keep in mind that in my mind, I am a drummer, a rhythm guitar player and a brass section. Now obviously to anyone, thankfully people can't get inside my head, but for anyone who's listening to it, they just hear the sound of a rhythm guitar, but hopefully they appreciate that, you know, I'm playing in a musical style, I'm playing with passion, I'm playing with rhythm. Okay, they are very simple techniques that you can use instantly. We can all learn how to play a D chord on a guitar. I'm sure you probably already know how to do that. It's one of the first 3 or 4 chords that everyone learns when they play a guitar. But don't be scared to allow drone strings. Don't be scared to let open strings ring on as you change the chord. Because if we think of the alternative and we just play a D chord, an F chord, a G chord and an A chord, and we do the worst possible option of those chords on an acoustic guitar and just play some big lumpy old bar chords, nothing's going to save you there. I'm not against bar chords. They're certainly absolutely essential in different types of music, but I think it's the worst option on an acoustic guitar to play just a big lumpy old bar chord, where the magic of the acoustic guitar, you know, there's no effects. We're not playing big power chords with distortion. The real magic of the acoustic guitar, to my ears, is the balance between the brightness of the open strings and the closed harmonies that the different chord shapes make with our fingers. Okay, I hope that's been of some benefit to you. Put that to practice in your own home studio where you're working on developing a guitar technique. Change the order of the chords around. You might play something like D, go to the A position, to the G position, back to the A position, back and do all that again. D, up to the A position, down to the G, up to the A. And you can imagine if you were backing up a singer, or if you yourself are a singer-songwriter, these type of sounds are sort of like how a piano player thinks on their instrument. And it gives breathing space for the vocals to tell their story. Okay, I hope that's been of some benefit. As always, keep in touch via my website, www.brianhayes.biz. That's B-I-Z. Drop me an email if you have any fundamental questions on music. I'm happy to answer some simple questions via email. And I'll just finish this tutorial off now. I'll just end with, I'll make up an original little riff based on these concepts that we've been talking about today, but I'll just play it as I hear it in my head rather than trying to demonstrate the chords to you and talk about it. I'll just play something to fade out this video. By all means, get in touch via Skype. I do offer online lessons via Skype to students all around the world. It's a fantastic way to share knowledge and hopefully light a bit of a spark in people's imagination as to how easy it is to get in control of your music, be creative and really start enjoying, in this case, playing chords on the guitar. So long for now.